one of the most important things to realize as fathers and parents in general is the kind of conversations that we have. First of all, in our homes. Secondly, on social media, be it Twitter, IG, Facebook, and any other social media space. Then thirdly, within our social circles with our friends, physical meetings that we have with our friends. I mean, because it's in those spaces that we have unspoken messages that come out sometimes even implicitly. Like if you're watching something on TV and your kids are seated there and you comment, you're actually planting something in their mind without even knowing and realizing. So we have got to be very careful. I mean, we are in a very sensitive situation from our country's perspective. There are people who feel they are right in terms of the win that they had. There are people who think they're aggrieved because their vote was stolen. And so there's a lot of apathy and celebration which is mixed now with a lot of taunting and jeering and gloating. And there's a lot of hurting and pain and grief at the same time. And people are feeling lost in very many ways. And if we cannot be the voice of reason within our internal spaces as fathers, we will propagate the wrong message even for our kids who will have this instilled in their systems even for years to come. I mean, sometimes I tend to think that we are sum total of our socializations when we were young. What our parents supported and loved is exactly what we support and love as well. So we have to be very careful in how we are perpetuating and responding to the various stimuli that is within the space that we are operating in right now, and just ask God to really be our guide and speak what is the truth, for lack of a better term. And that truth can only be revealed if you're humble enough to disassociate yourself with the stimuli that is happening and listen to what God is saying. I think it's being very tempered. Being very tempered in our talk, in our actions, and in our responses to what exactly is the stimuli. Because if we start commenting wildly, I mean, you listen to someone speaking on telly, and just because you probably didn't vote for that person, you say that hiyo ni ujinga, ama that is rubbish, and the kid is there. You're instilling something in that kid, and the kid, you may think that they're not listening, they're on their tab or they're doing their own thing, but they're listening subconsciously, and you're actually depositing something within their subconscious that will actually be activated, in years to come. And these are the same people that will be our leaders tomorrow. What kind of leaders do you think they would be if this is what they are receiving from us who are their fathers, their parents? And yet you will be shocked and say, oh my goodness, how did my kid turn out this way? Not knowing that it was actually you who actually guided that process unknowingly. So what I would call for fathers, for parents, is to be very deliberate in their responses, not because you've been aggrieved or you've won, but have your child's thoughts in mind in the future. What do you want to be? This child will be the eyes in the future that probably you may not be. What do you want him to be like? What do you want your daughter to be like? How do you want your daughter to be commenting? I mean, it's not about winning or losing. It's about sustaining yourself and having a balance in the future that you will live as your child, as your son. So that's very, very important. My call to fathers is understanding the weight that we carry and the responsibility that we carry, not only in our homes but in society at large. And this goes beyond even our homes and into the social media space, which has become a very powerful tool. Even where there is a media blackout, social media carries the day. I mean, there are videos you'll see that mainstream media has not been able to put on TV that you'll find on social media space. So every word and comment and everything that you say on social media space needs to be measured so that it's not to cut somebody else down. It's not to castigate somebody else down. You may have been supporting this party, I'm supporting this party, but we will shop in the same supermarket. We'll take our kids to the same schools. The price of unga will be the same for both of us. At the end of the day, we will meet in the streets, we will meet in the supermarkets and greet each other and say, hey, how do we make things work? Let's put 1 shilling down, I put a shilling down, and we do business and feed our children and feed our respective homes. And that's what I'm trying to say, that as fathers and as parents, we need to be responsible to the effect that we take responsibility now. We do not want our country to burn. We have an amazing country. Many people are waiting to see war break out and civil, struggle coming about. It's detrimental to our country, detrimental to our children, detrimental to our businesses within Kenya. We need to be able to teach our children that life is not more about losing and winning. It's about realizing what is the status quo, what has happened, and how do we move from where we are at without aggrieving more people, without spreading hatred, and more practicing love and acceptance to even the people who don't agree with you.